Hello, everybody, and welcome to our podcast channel. Today, we are going to start off our channel with a bit of a bang, predicting the 2025 SEC schedule. If this series blows up, then we will do Big Ten, ACC, and Big 12. So without further ado, me and my co-host Grayson will get started. First up, we have the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Okay, so Alabama will have a pretty tough year. They're starting off with the Florida State.
This decides it all.
Yeah, I feel like this game will decide the tempo for the whole season. Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, which all of you don't know, what we're going to do is we're going to look through all the schedules, and what we're going to do is we're going to pick a floor and pick a ceiling. That'll help show, the best that they can do and the worst that they can do.
Yeah.
We're not going to do an average, because that'll take a little too much time.
Yes.
Okay, so, all right, Grayson, read it out.
Okay, first off, they play Florida State week 1. I think it is at a neutral site. Let's see.
No, it is at Florida State.
It is at Florida State, yeah, okay. I think that game will decide the tempo for the whole season. Considering how Florida State did last year, there's a lot of questions unanswered. I think they lose that game.
Really?
Yes. I mean, not
For
lose,
floor
win.
and ceiling? Like, for ceiling and floor?
No, I think Alabama wins it.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about Florida State loses it.
Oh.
L.A. Monroe. So,
ULM Monroe.
for y'all...
Or UL Monroe. Whatever.
Yeah, ULM Monroe. For those people that have ball knowledge, back in 2007, Nick Saban's first year as head coach, ULM beat Alabama 21-14.
And if you have baby ball knowledge like me, you'll know that in 2022, Alabama BTA'd the Warhawks 63-7 in Denny. And I was at that game.
So, I think Alabama still wins that game, even though there's past history there. Wisconsin. Now, Wisconsin last year was not even a close game.
Yeah, and the thing is, that was at Camp Randall.
Yeah, so I think
imagine what it's going to be at Denny.
I think it's going to be a pretty decisive victory for Alabama. Georgia.
Okay, so we're at 3-0.
Georgia. I think
this will be like a second make break.
I think they lose it. In Athens, they go to Georgia, and they barely lose the game.
Okay.
Next up, Vanderbilt.
This time it is in Bryant-Denny.
And I don't think Vanderbilt will be the same as last year. I think they win against Vandy.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Even if Vandy was like they were last time, there is no shot that they will beat Alabama in Bryant-Denny. Like, it's just impossible.
Yeah.
You would need to have drugged up the team to make them believe that Vanderbilt was going to beat them in their own home. Like if you knew that, like you thought that, you were insane.
Okay, next team will be the Tennessee Volunteers Missouri.
Okay.
I think I have Missouri.
And this time it's in. But no, it is at Mizzou. It is at Mizzou.
It's at Mizzou. I think Alabama edges that one out.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Even though it's an SEC crowd, it's a decent team. When have you ever heard that Missouri was causing a ruckus?
A couple years back when they actually turned good.
Oh, actually?
Yeah, they caused it. Yeah. Next up, good old Rocky Top.
Okay, hang up. For those of you who don't know, here at DSSP or Due South Sports Podcast, I am an Alabama fan. He is an Auburn fan. So it is a really big dynamic. So if you are an Alabama or even Auburn fan, or even a Tennessee fan, just any football fan who knows about what happened last year, I feel bad for you because it was a massacre happened at Neyland Stadium. Let me tell you, that day I had mixed emotions because not only did that happen, but later on that day, because I was at a baseball tournament, for those of you who don't know, story time. But one of our players, Jameson Marks, he hit a out-of-the-park home run, the first out-of-the-park home run in the team's history. Like, in the 6U history. Either 6U or 7U, I forgot. No, it would be 7U. It would have been 7U. He hit it out of the park. I don't know. Actually, hold up. I don't know if it was that, because it could have been. I don't know if it was that, because it probably was. Yeah, it was, because I don't know if it was that or an in-the-park home run. But he hit it out of the park, and because of that, because something very bad happened, but something very good happened, I was in mental shock. Have you ever felt that, Grayson?
Uh-huh.
Where, like, something really good has happened, but also something really bad has happened?
Yeah.
Because I bet you that happened that week, because you lost to Mizzou, but we lost to Rocky Top.
Yeah, I had mixed emotions.
I had mixed emotion because of that, and also, later on that day, we were going to Waffle House to celebrate a tournament victory. I ordered 2 biscuits and bacon, which, if you don't know, a biscuit is practically half a biscuit normally. But sometimes it's an actual 2-bun biscuit. But they say, oh, we're out of biscuits. You want to know how I felt?
How?
I wanted to leave the place, go home, go into my room, and cry myself to sleep. Because I had the weirdest and probably one of the worst days of my life. All because of a game and a biscuit.
Okay.
Let's give a clap to my story.
Okay, Tennessee.
In 3 minutes of our podcast.
I think Alabama loses that game to Tennessee in Bryant-Denny.
You are a psychopath.
I know.
Can we let's make it a win in the ceiling and loss on the floor?
I think it will probably be a loss of both, but here's why. Once again, there's the uncertainty at QB. If Alabama can find their QB, they can go 10-2. But until they do that, I don't think they'll be as good as they were during the Nick Saban era.
And also, with all that has come to Kevin Board, with the drama over the 9-4 season, he will hopefully learn what he needs to do to fix his team.
Okay. Next week, South Carolina. I'm hopping on the South Carolina hype train. They going all the way.
If you don't know, before this, we were doing a lot of recording because we thought we had the podcast down, but there was absolutely no audio, so that's why we're doing it this way. But we had such a deep dive into South Carolina before we got to their schedule that we always thought that South Carolina was next. But, we already knew that we already thought that we had South Carolina's schedule, uploaded, judged and all that. It was crazy. Okay, so what do we have so far for the record?
Okay, so they are currently 5-3.
Wait, we have them losing to South Carolina?
Yeah, we have them losing because South Carolina is an away game. And remember, Lenora Sellers could win the Heisman. He could. He really has a chance. So I feel like just because of that, I think South Carolina wins this. I could see South Carolina losing it, though, to Alabama in a close game.
Yeah.
Alabama has too much quarterback uncertainty.
Yeah.
LSU.
Because I think receiver and running back is okay. Because I know we have Jam Miller.
And that little
And receivers, I'm
17-year-old
pretty sure we
boy.
still have. Do we still have Jeremy Bernard?
Yeah.
All right. Then we have Jeremy Bernard.
Little
And we have Brandon
17-year-old.
Williams. So I think if we just find our quarterback, we could go far.
LSU, I think they win it. Oklahoma, I think that's another win. Eastern Illinois, win.
Finally.
And then the Auburn Tigers.
The Iron Bowl.
As Nick Saban said, after 17 years of going into Jordan-Hare and playing Auburn, that place is haunted.
By ghosts?
Yes, I guess so. I think in a close game, Auburn beats Alabama.
Ooh, breaking the streak.
Breaking the streak, and another streak will never come.
There is one problem you have faced, my friend. More than a mile.
Kick 6.
But the funny thing is, they're both long-distance plays, and they both happened in Jordan-Hare.
I know, that place is haunted. Okay, ceiling for Alabama, 8-4. Floor, I could easily see them going 6-6. With losses to Florida State, Missouri, and LSU. And, well, Auburn, Tennessee. Yeah, I can see them going 6-6, 5-7. So, okay, next team. The team Auburn football. So you could easily see them going. So they play week 1 at Baylor, 7 o'clock, Friday night. And that's one high school game for Russellville I will not be going to.
Wait, what?
I will be sitting on my couch watching Auburn.
What game will you not be going to again?
I think it's probably Russellville's first game.
Going to Dexter?
What day is it going to be on?
Let me check.
Is it the 29th?
Let me check. Sorry for this awkward silence. Is it Friday, August 22nd?
Oh, 22nd. Is their second game the 29th? And where's it at?
It would have to be the 29th. It will be here.
Okay, then I won't be there because you know where I'll be that night?
Watching Auburn football.
Sitting on my couch. Fox Sports. Watching Auburn put BTA to the Baylor Bears. They win week 1. Ball State, win. South Alabama, win. Oklahoma, win. Texas A&M, close loss. It's in Kyle Field. I don't think they can win that one. They can't win all of them, or can they? And once again, to quote Nick Saban, we play Georgia at home. You want to know what time it is?
What?
6:30. That place is haunted. Auburn, somehow, some way, beats Georgia.
Dude, you're just glazing them.
No, I'm like serious. I would have said we lost to Texas A&M. Mizzou. It's in Auburn. I think we barely win it. Arkansas. They are a good football team, I'll say that. I don't think they can beat Auburn. Kentucky. Anybody in the SEC could beat Kentucky. They're up, down, they could be anywhere. I think Auburn beats them.
You're an absolute psychopath.
I'm not a psychopath. I'm an Auburn fan. Well, that kind of is the same thing. Vandy, they win. Mercer, I think they lose it. Who am I kidding? They win. Alabama, Auburn. It's gonna. We've already said Alabama loses it, but that game. Here's my prediction for that game. It's going to be a low-scoring affair. It ain't going to be high-scoring. I think it's going to be a last-second field goal to win. I think Auburn can really be a good football team, 11-1. But you want to know what their floor is?
What?
7-5. Because they could lose to Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Georgia, Mizzou, Alabama, and Arkansas. So I think their floor is 6-6. Once again.
Your words are confusing me.
But realistically, I think they go 8-4. I think realistically Alabama goes 8-4. I forgot to say that.
Yeah. I can say that.
Maybe 7-5.
I mean, we suck.
Yeah.
Honestly, kind of suck.
Okay, next team. You got your Arkansas Razorbacks. They're going to have a tough schedule. They do. I think they win against Alabama A&M. I think they beat Arkansas State. I think they lose to Ole Miss, though.
How did I not see this sooner? I'm just looking on the NFL draft, and I just realized that Malachi Moore went to the Jets. I just now realized that.
Oh, dang.
Also, do you know your cool running back, Dark Hunter?
Yep, he's a Los Angeles Ram.
Yep. All right, off of that, let's finally get back to what we were focusing on.
Yeah. Okay,
My fellow
Memphis.
friend.
I think that Arkansas could beat Memphis.
Actually, because Memphis was really good last year.
Yeah, but Memphis, they ain't on the SEC level. I don't care what people say. The SEC will never fall off.
And then people in the comments are just going to go, sorry. It's going to fall off. It's going to fall off. The league is going to fall off.
Well, I'm going to fight those people in the comments.
If you're in the comments and you are actually saying that, bye-bye.
Okay, so they lose to Notre Dame. This is where the Arkansas falls off. They lose to Tennessee.
Dong.
They lose to Texas A&M.
Dong.
They lose to Auburn.
Dong.
They beat Mississippi State to get back on the winning side of things.
Yay.
They lose to LSU.
Dong.
They lose to Texas.
Dong.
And
Please don't
then
say it.
they lose to
Mizzou.
Mizzou. So they started 3-1. They are 4-8 after that.
What?
Yeah. Arkansas fell off a cliff. Now it's time for the Georgia Bulldogs. Marshall, win. APSU, win. Good old Rocky Top. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, can you see? What's that coming down the track? They lose. They beat Tennessee. We said they'd beat Alabama. We said they'd beat Kentucky. I think they lose their first game to Auburn. Beat Ole Miss. Beat Florida. Beat Mississippi State. In the game of the year, rematch of SEC championship, they beat Texas. They beat CLT. And they beat Georgia Tech.
Charlotte.
Okay. Sea for Georgia. 11-1. Yeah.
Is it funny how I was the one who did the flashy intro, and then you're the one carrying us?
Yeah. 9-3 is Georgia's floor. Realistically, 10-2.
I would not be able to think of 9-3 in my sleep. Like, that is crazy for
Well, I
Georgia.
see they can lose to Auburn, Texas, and Alabama. That's my 3 games. They can
That
lose.
they could lose.
Yeah.
The good thing for them is that 2 of them are at Athens.
Yeah.
And the one that they're going to is the easiest game of the year.
Auburn?
No, I meant easiest game of the 3.
Well, yeah. Tennessee. Good old Rocky Top. Here we go. They start off the season. They beat Syracuse. Beat ETSU. Lose to Georgia. Beat UAB. Beat Mississippi State. Beat Arkansas. What do we say they did Alabama? They beat Alabama. Beat Kentucky. Beat... I just wrote like Oklahoma. They beat New Mexico State, which still gives me depression to this day. Beat Florida. Beat Vandy. 11-1 is their ceiling. I can see them losing. I can see their floor being 10-2. Losing to Alabama and Bryant-Denny, of course.
Okay, so how many teams have we done so far?
We've done Auburn, Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, and Tennessee.
All right, that's a pretty good lineup so far.
Next team.
Keep on going till we can't no more.
Texas Longhorns. This is going to be the best schedule we will ever do. They start off the season. Game of the year, Ohio State.
You literally just said that game of the year would be Georgia, would be a rematch.
I could have 2 game of the years, okay? Just let me be.
I'm pretty sure that the only game of the year last year was Alabama, Georgia.
Okay, second. Okay, game of the SEC, game of the year. Texas, they come out on top, beat Ohio State, and prove that the SEC is king.
Yay. They beat the San Diego State, or whatever they are.
Beat UTEP, beat SU, beat Florida, beat Oklahoma, beat Kentucky, beat Mississippi State, beat Vandy. Lose to Georgia.
The game of the year 9-0.
They lose to Georgia. They beat Arkansas and beat Texas A&M for the third 11-1 ceiling.
We really love the SEC, don't we?
Well, we're in the South. We have to. It's birthright.
That's literally in the name, Deep South Sports Podcast.
And once again, Texas is floor 10-2. Texas
What's that game
A&M.
you think they could lose? OSU?
Yeah, OSU.
Imagine OSU does beat them.
Well, then there's going to be a
rock. Columbus.
This is what we're going to do. We're marching
Here's
to the...
another thing. Hold on. Here's another thing. With Texas, the thing about Texas is that they played OSU in the Cotton Bowl. So it's actually a Cotton Bowl rematch. So both of your two games are rematches of the same season.
Yes.
That is crazy. Which, hold up, let's take a moment to just appreciate the the Longhorns, even though they had their first season of the SEC last year. I mean, destroying a new conference that you were just put in, like, because at the end of the regular season, they were 11-1. Only loss was to Georgia, 30-15.
Yes.
They lost to Georgia again in the conference championship.
Yep.
But there's still some competition in your conference. You're gonna have to keep going.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, they play Clemson, pretty much BTA'd them when it comes to playoff standards. Because close games are normal. So if you win by 14 to the bottom seed in the entire playoff, you can consider that a BTA in your books.
Yes.
Now, with the ASU, I am surprised that they were given the number 4 seed.
I am too.
They should have at least swapped with Boise State.
Yeah.
If not, Clemson take Boise State's spot and Boise State get BTA'd by Texas.
Here's what I don't see. Why are people still saying that Boise State is good when they're going to be like a really good team? When they lost Ashton Genty, which that was the Rock.
Very true.
So I don't see the hype for Boise State. I think without Ashton Genty, they would probably not even made a bowl game.
Yeah. And again, with Texas going 13-3 overall with both. Okay, so if you're hearing this is the end of part 1 because our episode, our main recording was so long that we had to divide it into 2 pieces. So this is part 1. You'll go, if you want to, check on the channel, and if you're lucky, we will already have part 2 made and ready and posted, Hope you guys go over there, and if you were over there before, hope you've liked this one, and go ahead and go over that to get some more info. Grayson, have anything to add?
Goal for this podcast will be 20 likes. If we succeed, we will up the like goal and we will start posting more often.
We still have a few more recordings that we want to do and already have to edit. So those will be up, but if you guys start liking this content, we'll do it way more. We'll probably try our hardest to post maybe once or twice a week, you could say.
If we reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year, we will begin daily uploads.
You heard the man. So subscribe to the channel if you made it this far. Hope you guys have liked the content. Hope you guys keep liking the content. And if you guys ever want to reach out to us, we can try and get you into some videos. It'll be later on in our career where we do so, but if you guys really like it, you guys can come on along. That may be in the future, but I hope you guys have liked the content.
Okay.
Stick to the next part.
For introducing on podcasts, it is WDE Prods on Instagram. Thank you.